Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's video. So y'all, in today's video I want to share 3 habits that I have incorporated into my life, incorporated into my daily routine that has honestly changed my life. And these habits are very beneficial and helpful to you growing as an individual and just improving your life and who you are as a person. So, without any further ado, let's get right into it. These are in no particular order. One of the things or one habit that I do on a daily basis that has honestly been really helpful to me is listening to a podcast. So, personally, I like to listen to podcasts that are more spiritually based, so things that feed me spiritually, and podcasts that covers topics that talks about spirituality and those kind of things, as well as I listen to podcasts that talks about like finances, financial literacy, and entrepreneurship and business related podcasts. So those are like the 3 main types of podcasts that I generally listen to. And for me, how I incorporate this into my life is every day it's on my agenda. I typically listen to a podcast every morning. So I would either like start to listen to it when I'm like taking a shower, or like when I'm like getting dressed. Oh wow, y'all, I'm filming this video and I'm seeing Jehovah's Witnesses passing. Like that's the first time I've seen them in my community since like 2020, before the pandemic. Oh wow, this is a moment, guys. This is a moment. Anyways, yeah, so I typically listen to it when I'm like getting dressed, or like maybe now starting like my day and maybe doing some work. And I know you may think like, oh okay, like you're not really focused on like actually listening to it, but I always have it playing in the background, and you would think that you're not gaining any information from it, but I have actually found myself in the past, even though like I'm not like 100% tuned into it, or I'm not like doing that alone, I have found myself like actually remembering things that I've like heard on podcasts and applying it to life, and even bringing it up in conversations. So don't think that you don't have time in your day to just like sit and listen to a podcast. You can literally do this when you are like traveling to work, driving to work, when you're on a break. Instead of scrolling on social media, you can do that, or you can scroll while listening to a podcast. You can do it when you are getting ready for work, before you go to bed in the night. Just find a way to incorporate it into your life and what already exists, and find podcasts that would actually be beneficial and helpful to you as an individual. So I don't know, maybe you are into I don't know, what can you be into? Maybe you are into like climate. Find a podcast that is related to climate and talks about like climate change and these different things, and you would be so surprised how useful the information that you get from these podcasts are, and how they would seamlessly come up in just you being you daily. So this is one habit that I have done and developed and do daily to help me be a better person. My second habit or thing that I do that has really helped me is reading. So I was never like the type of child that liked to read. I remember, and I don't know if you all had this in like your primary school, but in my primary school, after lunch, there was a period where we call silent reading, right? So it's basically you were just, everyone in the class, the whole school would be quiet, silent, no talking during that time, and you have like a storybook or some book, and you will just read for that time, right? And you all, for me, during those time, I never read. I just looked at pictures and flipped page and pretended like I used to read, right? So I was never the reading child growing up. I was never that type of child, right? And I guess like over the past maybe 3-4 years, I have read so much. Like I've read the most I've ever read in my whole entire life, right? Well, thus far. Again, for me, the type of books that I typically read, so I typically read spiritual books, books that help me grow spiritually, or books on a particular like spiritual topic, as well as I enjoy reading like psychological books. So books that kind of like teaches on different psychological things that you may not necessarily have information to, and it helps you to like understand people better. I also love reading sort of like self-help books, so books that can help you to improve your life and be a better person. I read financial books as well. Yeah, those are like my main types of books that I read. So you can choose specific books based on the things that you are interested in or have interest in. Right, so for me, I feel like reading has helped me to just have more information. If I didn't read like the books that I've read, I would not have like some of the information and skills and ways of doing things. Like I wouldn't know these things, right? So I feel like it has just generally helped improve like my knowledge and awareness. Of course, it helps you to just, you know, improve your vocabulary, your reading abilities. And yeah, like I feel like it has been very beneficial to me. And for coming from a place where like reading was, you know, never my thing, I don't like put pressure on myself to read the entire book by the end of the week or in 2 weeks or whatever. You can gradually increase the amount that you read. So you can start off, if you're not accustomed reading, you can start off by maybe reading 2 pages or like a section. Then eventually you can graduate to like reading like a chapter a day. And when you start to read a chapter a day, you just like get through a book like so fast, and it doesn't feel like, why do I have to read, I don't like this or whatever. Like you enjoy it and you actually want to like read more. So yeah, it's a gradual process, and don't put pressure on yourself to feel like you need to finish this book by a certain time, whatever, right? So yeah, this is the second habit that I have incorporated into my life that has been very beneficial to me as an individual. Last but not least, my third habit that I want to share with you all is exercising. So I started to exercise at home, that is, like during the second half of 2020. And I started to do this for various reasons. One, because I was home and I was not like physically active. I wasn't going anywhere. I wasn't doing anything, right? So I wanted to get back active, right? And 2, I started exercising because I found that my physical strength, like I just wasn't strong again. So I have always been like a strong person. And when I say a strong person, I don't mean like, oh, I have muscles and all of these different things. But even though I am a small person, I've always been strong. Like I can lift heavy things and, you know, not like strain myself or whatever. And I started to struggle, like just like lifting simple things. And it's like, no, like no, like we need to know how to do these things on our own, right? So I really wanted to so I really wanted to start back exercising to help build back my strength. And the third reason I'll say I developed this habit of exercising is for health purposes. You know, one staying physically fit and in shape, and yeah, just making sure that what I eat is good, etc. Right? So I started to exercise every day at home. Of course, you have the option now to go to the gym or maybe go outdoors and do outdoor activities. But for me, well, those things can cost money, and if you're just exercising at home, there are so many resources that are available, free resources that are available online. I prefer to do that. And yeah, so for me, there's one particular YouTuber that I have been following and doing her exercises since 2020. I'm going to link her channel above, and I actually have a playlist with all of my favorite exercises from her, so I would link that playlist above as well. Even though you are at home and you are not using any equipment, y'all, I promise you, after you do one of her workout routines, you're gonna think, oh, this is so simple, nothing, whatever. When you wake up the next morning, you're not gonna think that, you know, that was in vain, because you're gonna feel the effects of it. So yeah, I do her exercises, and honestly, like since from then to now, I have seen improvements. I think there could be more improvement, but honestly, I'm just lazy. But yeah, whatever. So exercising is really good, and honestly, it just helps boost your energy throughout the day. Yeah, it just keeps you in shape, keeps you fit, and keeps you active if you maybe work from home or you're not like an active person. So y'all, these are my 3 habits that I recommend that you include in your life to help improve the quality of your life, improve who you are as an individual. And yeah, because like they have honestly worked for me. And if you just want to make your life better and grow as a person, then feel free to try these habits and let me know how it works for you. Thank you for watching today's video. I hope that you do enjoy, and comment below one habit that you have incorporated into your life, one habit that you do daily that has changed or improved your life in some form or fashion. Subscribe to my channel if you have not done so as yet, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye.